We're here to tell you that you need to throw away your Yubikeys. They're dead.
Yeah, smash that thing with a hammer and just get rid of it.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
But there was a news report that all Yubikeys before, May 6th are vulnerable. Vulnerable. They can steal everything.
Well, there's a catch though, Leo. It's not
an $11,000 Tom Cruise kind of catch.
It's very much a scene out of Mission Impossible in order to be able to, get all of the things off of it, but
all right.
It isn't good.
Dun, dun,
just the same.
Dun, 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 dun. We got a copyright strike. Dun, 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 dun. That easy. It's that easy, folks.
Yeah, probably.
This is really is Mission Impossible style stuff. So I mean, you person listening likely don't have to worry about this at all. Though it might not be a bad idea to go out to Yubikeys and get yourself another couple of keys. You just don't have to do that.
Yeah.
Unless you're under attack by a nation state, right? Because
if you're working for the DoD or something, maybe you want to think about it. I don't know, but
right?
Yeah,
but then the DoD would probably buy them for you.
I would think so.
You don't. It's not really a you thing because this is a super targeted type attack, right? They need to already know which types of logins that you have. Here, buckle in because this is what you got to do. You need to know which logins the victim already has, right? Then separately, you have to steal those logins, username and password. Then you also need to steal the physical Yubikey itself for at least a short time so that you can use it to create lots of authentication requests and then listen to the output, right? Recording those responses and then kind of do a little bit of reverse engineering, which is where the $11,000 of equipment comes in. And then you have to stealthily replace the Yubikey back onto the keyring of the person that you stole it from. And then you can act as the victim. You can log in as the victim. You can have this cloned, essentially, Yubikey and then use that second factor to log in.
None of that is easy, especially when you lay it all out like that. So I guess ultimately, this has not lost my faith in Yubikey, using one for work.
Right.
I generally don't have it out of my possession, at all. It's on my keyring. If I lost that, I lost all my keys as well.
Yeah, we're in bigger trouble than
exactly.
usernames and passwords.
And so,
my truck.
Yeah, right. Or my house. I can't get back into that either, right?
Man.
Yeah, so I'm in a world of hurt if I've lost that for any length of time. Yeah. So I don't feel so bad. But just the same, Leo's right. Probably having another one, even if you only have another one, is a good plan to have a backup anyway. So might as well make that new one the primary, and then you can put the other one in a safe, and then you definitely don't have to worry about somebody stealing it.
Right. So yeah, that's an easy way to protect yourself against this if you really, really, really have that amount of paranoia going on. Or I don't know, maybe nation states really are after you, in which case go buy a new one. Because as far as I understand, you can't fix this with an update, right?
No.
The older ones that were minted prior to May 6th all have this flaw, and you cannot update them out. They're just flawed forever. The only real fix is to get a new one and then migrate everything over to the new key.
Yeah, so I think the CVE on this was really low, though, because obviously it needs physical access.
Because of the amount of effort.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, yeah, this is just not anything that I think regular people have to worry about. But it does sting a little bit, right? Because I've got two.
Mm-hmm.
And I say a few episodes ago. I don't know which episode it was because that was a while ago. But it was in the later half of season 4. We were talking about passkeys.
We totally
and
did,
storing your passkeys in Bitwardens. You can store them on Yubikey. I think they've upped that number to 100 or 200 passkeys that you could store. Right. And onto some of these newer keys. And so, I mean, I'm all in on Yubikeys, but both of my keys are from before this date because I didn't buy them in the past 5 months. So it stings a little bit in that I know I'm going to be walking around with a Yubikey with a flaw on it. And while I know there's no reasonable expectation that anybody's going to be able to take advantage of that, even if they were to steal my Yubikey, right?
Yeah.
It still stings a little bit that to be done with this, to move on from this and not have to think about this ever again, I would need to buy 2 more, right? One as a primary, one as a backup, as you say. You leave it in the safe and just kind of never touch it until you actually have to. Oh my God, I lost my key, or oh my God, the key died for some reason. I ran over it 4 times.
Well, I mean, I guess it goes to show though that like anything, if you have it long enough, will eventually have a flaw.
Right.
I mean, it's just inevitable.
But I like to bring this up all the time, especially in security conversations, right? Like, if you have a copy of your Bitwarden right now, right? Like, you take that copy and you put it in a safe somewhere, and it is just a little database, right? If someone were able to take a copy of that, would they be able to log into it? No, absolutely not, especially not today. But will they be able to log into it in 8 years?
Maybe.
Almost guaranteed. Yeah. Because stuff continues to move on. Those ciphers are updated. They are strengthened over and over and over again. Even Bitwarden reminds you from time to time, hey, that cipher is old. You need to get away from it. Go ahead and rekey everything using the new cipher, right? I've seen that come up a couple of different times, and it's a good thing to do. Even if you don't know what you're doing, you need to click, update everything. Make sure everything is as secure as it possibly can be. But if there are old versions of that database that are stolen or accidentally left somewhere and someone finds it and runs it through some of the automated software that you can find even on Kali Linux and stuff like that. I mean, in 8 years they're going to be able to get into it. So, if you're really worried about it, right? Like password rotation still is a good thing to do cuz you just never know, right? But to your point, Dan, everything is vulnerable eventually. Yep. I've had these Yubikeys that I'm using now for 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, that's pretty good time. That's a good run.
Right? Like, and I got buy one, get one free.
Right.
So
yeah, even better.
I think when I see the next sale on Yubikeys, I'm going to buy the USB-C one because I have so much USB-C in my life now.
That's the way.
With the NFC tap thing so I can use it on my phones and just upgrade.
Yeah.
Right?
You just got to keep the feet moving, right?
Yeah. And all in all, I think it'll cost me $50 one more time.
Yeah, so that's not so bad.
Yep. Inevitably, this will happen again, and in 5 more years, I'll buy some new ones.
I mean, we're coming up on November, so, I mean, usually those Black Friday things, that's the place.
I think that's actually when I bought it. So, yeah, on the anniversary of when I bought it the first time, I'll just buy them again.
So cool. If you love looking at our face, you can do that right on YouTube. And maybe you are watching us on YouTube. We're also on Tilvids, which is a PeerTube instance, and they do edutainment. So you can catch all the history segments over on Tilvids.
Stay tuned to the rest of the show, though, because we've got a little bit to say about that. Someone wrote in.
We do. We have some thoughts on that.
Right, asking about our proliferation and thoughts. No action yet, but thoughts.
We do have some thoughts. But always, if you really love us, you can toss up a buck or two in our direction over on Patreon.
Which would help with those thoughts.
They would. So, always, you can find a redirect, linuxuserspace.show/YouTube, Tilvids, or Patreon. They'll all get you there.
Play the Lust game, right? Lust.sh/ whatever you think we may or may not have. And if you get there, you get there. If you don't, at least you're on the Lust website.
Yeah, I mean, spin the wheel, you'll end up someplace.